Many live-action movies have such large portions of animation in them now that I guess I can pretty much talk about whatever I want. Anyone who claims animation to be a dying art form is very, very wrong. At the time of recording, a new Pacific Rim trailer has just come out. Giant robots fighting giant monsters, that's my jam. So why are even hardcore fans of this franchise feeling divided? Well, good hello and welcome to Read Between the Frames. Now, the first film was itself a cult classic. Didn't really take on with mainstream audiences because it's dumb. Like, super dumb. But who cares? I don't care. It's about giant monsters fighting giant robots. Who are these people? I don't want to watch them. I want to go back to the robots and monsters fighting. So if you're into this kind of thing, you're probably not too hard to please. So if people are feeling concerned about the sequel, where have they potentially missed the mark? I believe it to be about the animation. The way everything moves feels different. Simply put, they just don't feel heavy anymore. This was one of the big flaws of the Transformers films, is that they're so zippy for something that's so heavy. And those things were only the size of a truck. These things are the size of a building. Here's a prominent example from the second film. And now from the first film. Okay, we probably don't need to slow this down, but let's. So in the sequel, a lot of movement, over-exaggerated, tons of anticipation, follow-through, and overall, it has character. It moves like a dude in a suit. I guess it is a dude in a suit, but again, this thing's the size of a building. In the first film, movement is deliberate. You can see resistance from the pilots. They feel the pressure behind the components of this machine. The connection of palm to fist has great impact. The follow-through here isn't a bounce, it's a crash. Panels on the arm lift out of place, things shudder, water explodes and cascades off the sides. Not to mention staging. Regular centered mid-shot here versus a close-in high angle. In these shots you feel like a person standing on the ground or standing on a piece of scaffolding. Even aerial shots are set up more like you're in a helicopter. Then I notice shots like this isn't really an immersive one. But I do think it's really cool. It is awesome being able to see all the characters standing like this. But even that is kind of a point against it. Again, these guys feel like characters. I feel their intimidation from their stance and their head movement. I'm able to read expression from them. But this thing doesn't have that. It feels like a vehicle. Massive and unyielding. I never see these machines as characters in their own right, but merely an extension of the pilots within. This can be seen in many different ways, even from things like lighting and aesthetics like this versus lighting and aesthetics like this. This is a repeating factor that the first film nails. The robots feel huge. Here's another shot from the trailer of the second one where they're standing underneath a giant hand. And yeah, it's a big hand, that's cool. But now look at this scene where someone is running for a good while. A massive opening, and oh, he's still tiny coming out of there. Oh, and there's the hand, faint and off in the distance. Wait, hang on, does that sword clip through that building? In these shots, the only thing that you have to tell that they're big is, oh, there's a building, I can scale them. But then you look at something like this. Basically, something like that. Now being able to perform a roundhouse kick, your entire film is different. But all in all, should this be of a real concern? No, not at all. Screw that. It's still a film about robots and monsters fighting each other. So what if it's got a different flavor now? I'm just thrilled that it got a sequel at all. And it looks like it has a larger focus on the robots and monsters fight. That was my only criticism about the first one. It's just that, man, I don't care about these people. Oh man, these people suck at fighting, but that person over there, they're good at fighting. We should fight and totally be fighting buddies. Go away. Man, focus on these guys. They're awesome. Everything they're doing is relevant, entertaining. Yeah, they're back. Time to put on my shipping hat.